Hey, what's up, guys? Polo the Retro Gamer with another review of a controller again. And Anbernic. You guys know who Anbernic is, right? They're the ones that make all the little handhelds that I like. They've made quite a name for themselves. You guys remember I reviewed the RG35XXH. Then we reviewed the RG Cube XX. And what we just got for Christmas earlier this week was the RG40XXV. All these are superb handhelds, and Anbernic, like I said, they made a name for themselves, and even though they release a new device every month, well excited to get one when we actually get one, right? Well, when I found out that they were going to make a controller, a little skeptical, I admit, but also excited at the same time, because I love their buttons, and like I've said in my review earlier, the D-pad on this bad boy is phenomenal. It's one of my favorite D-pads I've ever. It rivals the Super SNES D-pad, which is something I'm very surprised about. So we have here the RG P01 by Anbernic, which is their first controller. Yeah, Anbernic. I got RG retro game, but P01. What does that mean? Player 1? What about player 2, player 3, player 4? Where the heck are they? What a weird name, man. I have a goal for this review. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to succeed or not, but I hear so many people, and I was one of them. They swear by third-party stuff, especially for the Nintendo. Oh, I should have mentioned, this controller here, I'm using it for the Switch, but you could also use it for, let me see my notes here, PC, Switch, what we just talked about, Android and iOS, and it says other platforms as well, but it doesn't really name them on the website, so I'm not sure what that means. I don't think it's compatible with the Xbox. You guys could probably let me know in the comments below, right? So my goal here is to, like everyone, oh, the Pro controller from Nintendo, it's the best. It's still $100 Canadian, for Christ's sake. I'm not gonna lie, I loved my Pro controller. I'm on my second one though. You know why? Because the first one suffered from the infamous stick drift. This is my second one. This is the Tears of the Kingdom edition one, which is pretty cool. It's a Japanese version, but I'm pretty sure it's the same as the American version. And so far, this joystick, it's great. It feels good. Can't deny that it feels amazing. But the fact that you're not using Hall effect sticks, you're still using a membrane, they're still using a membrane?
Oh shit, here we go again.
Membrane? Tabarnak. Okay, whatever. Yeah, so that bugs me because there's friction, man. There's friction, and that's not cool. All right? That means that every time you do this, it causes some friction, and it lasted 5-6 years, my first Pro controller. And the last month, I reviewed a controller by Nixie called the Chaos controller. This one here, the sticks are Hall effects, and they're amazing. They're really good. They're magnetic, so there's no friction, right? And they're super accurate, and I use these to play Rocket League, and man, feels good. Unfortunately, the D-pad sucks on this one. Do you really want to pay $70-$80 for a controller? What if I showed you an alternative, which is the controller we'll talk about today? It's under $30, and in my opinion, rivals the Pro controller. I've only played it for about a few days, and it is extremely comfortable. So let's proceed to an unboxing, shall we? So here we have the box that it came in. As you can see, it's Anbernic RG P01. Here it just says that it connects to Bluetooth, has RGB lighting, and has holophix sticks and triggers. Nothing here interesting. Here it says it has quick software interchanges. I'm not sure what this means. But, well, I guess it's kind of mapped like a PC controller. So A, B, X, and Y are not the same as they're using the Xbox. So A, B, X, and Y, they're using the Xbox layout, not the Switch layout. But that's fine. Even if you're playing on the Switch, it's still the same button, just the name's different. Turbo and macro function, 6-axis gyroscope as well. And these are the colors. There's black, purple, and white. We're going to unbox the purple. We also have the white, but I do not have the black. Actually, the purple one, which is this one, was a Christmas present for my son. And I have the white one. This took a while for me to get to this review because this controller was stuck in the mail. Thanks Canada Post. Because of that, my son didn't get his controller for Christmas. Nor did I. But you know what? We got it now, so let's proceed to the unboxing. Well, the controller comes wrapped. Voila. Wow, look at this. It has two little protection foam thingies. And this is the controller. We'll get to that in a second. What's included? There's this USB dongle that's used, I guess, to connect to a PC, which, from what I've seen from other reviews, works really well. And the button's big, so if you press it, apparently when you press it, there's a light that comes up on it as well. And if we remove this, underneath you're going to get your typical USB-A, USB-C charging cable, and your standard manual. This just a typical user manual. Nothing too fancy. Let's get rid of this stuff. Well, here's the controller. So this is the purple one, and here's the white one. The white one has purple buttons, and the purple one has, well, most of the buttons are white, but you also have your Skittles buttons, which is pretty cool. Like I was mentioning, A, B, X, and Y are swapped from the Switch. I mean, this is using the Xbox layout, so the joysticks are really good. Like I said, they're all effects. They work quite nice. The D-pad is really good. Here you have your minus and plus buttons. Here you have your capture button, and here you have your home button. And you could wake up the Switch by just holding the home button, which is pretty cool, I think. The buttons feel amazing. Like, they feel super comfortable. On top we have the shoulder buttons, and here we have the trigger buttons. Apparently the trigger buttons are analog. If you're playing like a racing game, you can go full throttle, or just, you know, just press it a little bit. But these feel super comfortable. This is your pairing button. By the way, when you connect it to the Switch, it's the same as a Pro controller. You just hold this button, and it's going to pair automatically. Here you have your charging port, and this is the LED light. Moving on to the back, you have some programmable buttons here. And this is the turbo button. I have not tested this, but I've seen other reviewers test it, and it worked fine. Now I'm going to point out something that I bet I might be the only one who does this. You guys see this little hole right here? This is to reset the controller, and I had to use this. Do you know why? This morning I wanted to do a firmware update on this controller, since there was one on the Anbernic website. So I download the firmware, pull the L3 and R3 buttons, plug in the wire, and this controller updated, no problem. This little guy, I proceeded to do the same thing. I had my firmware update ready, pulled the L3 and R3 buttons, and I connected the wire. All of a sudden the controller just didn't do nothing. Nothing happened. I was pressing the buttons. I'm like, what the heck? I thought my controller was dead. In the sense that I guess I thought my battery ran out, which was weird because my son barely played it yesterday. I tried to charge it. Nothing was happening. And I was like, what the heck? I opened up the instruction manual. I'm like, is there like somewhere on this controller that you could reset it? And it doesn't mention any of that. Well, this little guy looked very suspicious to me. Because obviously these holes here are for the screws, right? But this guy here, this was my last hope. If not, I was going to have to call Anbernic. Well, not call him, but I was going to have to send an email to Anbernic and say, what's up, guys? Well, I found this little pin, this thumbtack. I jammed it in there, and that resetted the controller, and it worked. If you guys ever do a firmware update and your controller just stops working, just do that. I'm not sure if I just got unlucky, but whatever. But then I did a firmware update and it worked. Not a big deal, but I just wanted to bring that to your attention. If ever you do want to update the firmware and your controller just stops working, just reset it. I want to mention, according to the Anbernic's website, a full charge on this guy is about 9 hours, and it takes about 2 hours to charge. The vibration motor on this guy is pretty strong, so I'm not sure if I'll keep that on or if I might have to just disable it from the switch menu. And it has gyro as well, so that's cool. No amiibo support for these little guys. Before we get to some gameplay, I want to compare this controller to other controllers. So this is the Pro controller. Looks very similar. But the Pro controllers are a little more rounded, and this one here is a little more squarish, it seems. If you guys look up the Pro controller made by 8-Bit Do for the Switch, it has the same form as this guy. It's kind of nuts. I'm not sure if they use the same shell, but even the button placements is almost identical. So yeah, Russ from RetroCore pointed that out, and I couldn't believe it. Kind of wild. And here is a comparison to the Pro Chaos controller that we reviewed. This one's smaller. I'm not sure if it's more comfortable. Oh no, I think this one's more comfortable. It has a grippy texture as well that I did not mention, so that's super cool. I love that. Well, this one here has a rubber thing, so kind of like the Pro controller. Alright guys, you know what time it is? It's time for your weekly weigh-in. So the Nixie Chaos controller comes in at 223 grams. Switch Pro controller, there's the Kingdom Edition, 224.8 grams. And the new kid in bunch, the Anbernic RGB P01 controller, comes in at 208 grams. Well, these are the fat boys. This one here is fit. But I love the fact that it's light. That's awesome. Let's get to some gameplay, shall we? So here we are from my streaming setup, because I am a streamer, by the way. I love to play the retro games. Check out my channel for that. If you guys like the retro games, I like giving myself some challenges and playing some hard games and playing a whole bunch of retro games. As you can see, we're rocking with the new controller. I'm just going to hold the home button. Controller's on, and here we are. Alright, just jumping to one game here. And yeah, man, the controller feels really nice. This is kind of my go-to game. I like to play at night, just to chill. Let's save. What about a goal? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful goal. What a pass. Shout out to my dude for passing it. Wow. Cool. We are just bringing up Tears of the Kingdom. I haven't played this in forever, but I just want to check the gyro controls because I have not tested that. So hopefully they do work. Let's find out, shall we? It works perfectly. Yeah. Just so the gyro is bang on. Oh, bad boy. I'm gonna kill you. How do you like that? Dude, I've not played this in a while. Dude, I should play this more. I'm out of here. See you guys later. I'm off to play some Ninja Gaiden. So if you know me, you guys know that I'm a huge Ninja Gaiden fan. Just yesterday on my channel, we beat all 3 Ninja Gaiden games in one stream. No continuous, so that was fun. So a lot of people like to do the Contra tests, Street Fighter tests. Well, I present to you my new trademark, the Ninja Gaiden test. So using the D-pad, this feels good. This feels good. I'm not warmed up, but yeah, the switch, the slash cancel was fine. So let's try that again. I'll need a bigger one to actually test that wall climb here. I think there's one coming up pretty soon. Not too bad. I think there's one here that we can test. Not the best, but not too bad. Let's try to climb this wall. That was good. What about this wall? Should we go through the wall? Alright, cool. Pretty happy with it so far. It passed the Ninja Gaiden test. Something I forgot to show are the RGB lights around the joysticks. They look pretty cool. And to change them, it's pretty easy. You hold the R3 button and you hit the capture button. And it changes the colors. So that's cool. So guys, I hope if I convince only one of you, I'll be happy. But I'm definitely more open-minded now, I'd say. Because when you could find an alternative that's like about a third of the price, this guy here is $18 on the Anbernic website. But there's a catch. There's about between $10 and $12 shipping for if you live in the US. Same thing for Canada. So it's about a $30 controller at the end of the day. $30 for a controller that has RGB lights, and more importantly, a controller that has Hall effect sticks. So there's no wear and tear on these. These are going to last a very long time. And something to note, rumor has it that these controllers, well, not these specific controllers, but a lot of the stuff that we have for the Switch is going to be working on the Switch 2 as well. So that includes the Pro controller and all the controllers, right? The Joy-Cons, hopefully they're going to work too. There's no confirmation of that, but rumor has it that's what's supposed to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. So now you're saying, well, this is not going to work. Well, yes, it will, because you could have a firmware update on this controller. So I'm sure that Anbernic are going to probably put a firmware update that you can update this controller to work on the Switch too. No guarantees on that. Don't hold me accountable to that. But that's just my theory, because if they're going backwards compatible with the games, I'm pretty sure that the peripherals are going to work as well. I wouldn't see why not. I could be wrong, but and all that to say that these are Hall effect sticks, so there's these controllers are going. This controller is going to probably last super long. If one of these controllers ever break or they stop working, I will make an update video. So please consider subscribing, guys. Hopefully you liked the video, and if you want to purchase one of these bad boys, there's going to be a link down below. It's an affiliate link. Feel free to use it, and you can get one of these controllers for $30. It does come from China. It's going to probably take between, I don't know, probably about 2 or 3 weeks before that gets delivered to you, but it's worth it. It is very comfortable, and this is going to probably be my go-to controller. In fact, I'm going to be playing some Mega Man 5 tonight on stream. Or if this video comes out tomorrow, I guess it'll be yesterday, right? But I'll be using this controller. Alright. Consider checking out one of these 2 videos where I do review some controllers and review some retro portable devices as well. I'm really into those. Love them. And we'll see you next time. Consider subscribing. Hopefully you like this video. If you don't, hit the thumbs down. And we'll see you in the next video or live stream.